I'm Paul Levinson, and welcome to Light On, Light Through, episode 316. My review of The Man Who Fell to Earth, episode 1.7 on Showtime last night. And I thought this was a game-changing episode indeed, on many fronts. And of course, there are spoilers ahead. So let's see. I thought the biggest reveal was Faraday's realization that Newton's ultimate plan is not to get help to the inhabitants of Anthea back home, but rather to bring the Antheans here to Earth. This sounds to me like the makings of an interstellar invasion, which would completely change the contours of this story. And we also learned a lot more about who Spencer is. He's the son of a Russian terrorist, his mother, here in the United States, and he was brought up and raised under the wing of Finch, whom Spencer now turns on in a crucial scene. Suddenly, Spencer seems, and indeed has become, much more powerful. He's more than the CIA, and I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the line he's had more to do with the Antheans than we already know. Meanwhile, Josiah is in the process of becoming an Anthean. And this provides a significant counterweight to Faraday, if you think about it, who in effect is becoming human. He's now come to believe that his best defense against the CIA is to become famous. In a vivid moment, he realizes that the CIA thrives in darkness, and the light of publicity is the best defense. Now, that's a human insight, a keen human insight, if ever there was one. I really like the fact that at this point in the story, which would be the end of the 7th episode, I really have no idea how this story is going to turn out. And that's an indication of a carefully crafted narrative with complex characters and agendas that's being unpacked with precision. I'll see you back here next week with my review of the next episode and my sense of where we then stand in this fascinating story. And I hope you enjoyed that review of The Man Who Fell to Earth, episode 1.7. I will indeed be back here next week with my review of the next episode. Coming up next, probably, though, will be my conversation with Captain Phil about the House January 6th hearings. Listen for that later tonight or tomorrow. And then coming up later in the week, let's see this great profusion of science fiction on various screens. We have Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. I'll be reviewing the new episode of that. I'll be reviewing the new episode of The Orville. And I'll be reviewing the new episode. It's the second episode of the 3rd season of For All Mankind. So again, lots of good, even great television if you like science fiction. And I'll try to review as much of that as I can. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sound, and you know what I'm going to say now. Do whatever you can to help those brave people of Ukraine. Don't get distracted. We, the world, won't be safe until Putin's hordes are permanently out of the country of Ukraine.
The Light on Light Through podcast.
Athens, 2042 AD. She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again, into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Sierra Waters had read once that, years ago, it was thought that men made love for the thrill, while women made love for the sense of connection it gave them.
Curled Up with a Good Book says, Sierra Waters is sexy as hell. You can find out more about The Plot to Save Socrates by Paul Levinson at theplottosavesocrates.com.
Paul Levinson Silk Code, about an ancient biotech war raging on in secret for centuries.